Okay, so I'm at the creek property. Obviously, we're at in the canvas tent. My daughter and myself camped out here 2 nights ago. We had a snowstorm blow in last night, and still snowing now. And it's a really wet, heavy snow. And I was like, I better get out there, check on the canvas tent, because I did not want it to collapse. And I'm telling you, it was on the verge of probably coming down on itself. It's still sagging in some spots. You guys see me knock the snow off. Really wet, heavy snow. So this thing, I'm gonna have to tighten it up and kind of go from there. Right now I'm trying to get this tent heated up so it will melt all the snow off of it that I couldn't get, and the snow should be stopping within the next hour or so, and then they're not calling for any in the future forecast as of right now, so we'll be good to get it all cleaned up out here. I just wanted to make sure it did not collapse, and it was right there. We had one string come off, and the rest of it is held up, but whew, still sagging right here. I just have to get out here. I'm just gonna have to tighten it up here a little bit. But all the snow's starting to melt since it's getting hot in here. And I decided, since I'm gonna be out here, why waste a good trip to the creek in the tent? And you guys know I like to do outdoor cooking, things like that. So I'm gonna cook some lunch out here while I'm waiting for this thing to heat up and melt off, and I'm gonna get it secured and all that. I'm gonna be making some chicken fried rice, and I'll show you guys that. I've got some water boiling for the actual rice itself. I'm gonna make some, probably gonna make some hot tea here in a little bit. I've got some honey that's crystallized. I'm melting down right now, and it's time to pull it off. Okay. Need to melt that off a little bit. As soon as this comes to a roaring boil, we'll get going. I got the large cast iron heating up to cook my chicken on. So we're gonna be doing some cast iron cooking today. I love cast iron cooking, and this is right up my alley. You see, it's just melting off there now. Yeah, it got a little hot. That's pretty good. Well, as you can probably tell, I had to shed all the wool I had on because it is hot in here now. I opened up a couple side windows to cool up, and now I'm going to drink some warm tea, get even hotter, I guess. That's really good, that honey in it. Man, really good. This chicken's about done. It was going to be chicken fried rice. It's still chicken with rice, but doesn't have any peas or carrots or anything like that, or onions, or even an egg. I forgot an egg. It's pretty basic. I did bring some soy sauce, so we'll still enjoy it. And one of the #1 rules when cooking with cast iron is don't use metal. I forgot my wooden spoon and spatula and stuff I was going to use. I'm using that to eat with, that wooden spoon, so I'm being very careful not to scratch it up. So I know some of you guys can be up there, he's using metal on cast iron. Well, I'm not just sitting there scraping it either, so as long as you're not scraping it, you can use whatever you want. This chicken's about done. What I'll end up doing is pouring the rice into here, stirring it all up and getting it ready, then I'll probably dish it back into the pot, or I might finish my tea and put it in the tea cup. Yep, it's almost done. I think that's what I'll do. I'll finish the tea and I'll use this to eat my food out of. Ah, it's good. Let's go outside and let that finish cooking a little bit. Probably enjoy the tea a little bit better out here where it's a little cooler. Still in the 30s, but things are starting to melt off a little bit. So I posted some pictures on my Facebook and Instagram of me and Hope camping, and had some Marine Corps friends. You guys didn't know I was in the Marine Corps back in the day. It's been a long time, but I think I've been out 19 years, 18, 19 years, something like that. Anyways, one of my friends that I was in the Marines with, she commented on the tent post and said, I bet that reminds you of what'd she say, OG or OC or something, back whenever we was in Iraq. We slept in big army canvas tents, even though we're in the Marine Corps there. We call them army tents. So yeah, it actually does. I said, minus the stove, it did remind me a lot of it. Because it was hot enough over there, you didn't need it. Except for at night, it got pretty cold. But yeah. This tea is really good. All right, let's go play it up. Got my tea, drank, and let's eat some lunch. Yep. It's ready. The cast iron is hot, obviously. I'm gonna take it off the heat. I need to get a smaller glove. My girls were here, they'd be a little upset that I forgot the egg, but other than that, they would enjoy it. All right, wouldn't be lunch on camera if I didn't show you guys actually eating it. I just dropped a piece of chicken. I wish Lily was here. That's really good. It's gonna be a good lunch. All right, I'm gonna finish my lunch here, get things cleaned up, and then we need to go check the coyote traps. I haven't shown you guys checking those in a few days. We just been going out in there checking them with no luck. I'll take you guys along today and we'll see if we got anything. Yum yum. Let's try some. Okay, instead of chicken fried rice, this new dish is called yum yum. So if you ever hear me say I'm gonna make some yum yum, it's rice, chicken, some seasoning, and then you put some yum yum sauce on it, and it's good. Really good. Okay, we got the camp cleaned up. Let's take a look in here real quick. Man, it is nice and warm in there. Nice and warm. I'm leaving a few of this stuff out here for this next weekend. I'm gonna go ahead and close this up, close the damper on it. I think we're gonna be good to go. I'll come back and check it before we leave. It should be about burnt out. We'll see. So any of you guys that are seasoned veterans when it comes to canvas camping and all this stuff, we're new to the whole big canvas. I've been camping all my life, but these canvas tents are something different than what I've ever used as far as family use and all that. So if any of you guys got any advice, I know one thing I'm going to do is probably get some different anchors, different stakes. I'm going to get the ones that screw down into the ground, and then I'll be able to get this really tight. I mean, it's tight now, but even more. I've had a little bit of trouble with this loose gravel, keeping a couple of them actually in the ground. I got it all secured now, but when I was first putting it up, I had to come back a couple times and change a few of them. But any advice from you guys that have done this, leave me some comments down below or email me. You can see how it's the weight of the snow. The weight of the snow almost collapsed this thing. See, I could tighten this one up right now. Tighten that up. But see how it's kind of sagging there? I really thought when I came out here to do this little bit of day camping that we just did, this tent probably going to be collapsed more than likely because this snow is wet and heavy. But thankfully, we're good. I got it all hot and melted in there, and there's very little snow left on this thing. So any advice when it comes to this stuff, comments down below or email me at keepingitdutch@yahoo.com. Any like little tips to maybe do things a little bit better when setting this up. Yeah, so far with this canvas tent, it's a Kodiak canvas 12 by 12 with the wood stove. I don't have any complaints, but I've only used it twice now. We're gonna leave it in this spot probably for a couple more weeks unless we get some big rain coming in, which it doesn't say that yet. And we're gonna be moving this up to a different campsite. But for our first trip, I want Hope and I to be down the creek. And maybe one of the other girls, both the other girls want to go camping too before we move it, because this is a really cool spot. Up there's a cool spot too, but this is a really cool one because you just walk out and the water's right there. We're on a little bit of a bluff over there. So yeah, any advice down below for the canvas tent. So one thing I do know I need to get is a little fire extinguisher, especially when we're running that wood stove, because you just never know. Accidents happen, things happen, whatever. We need to have a fire extinguisher on hand, especially when we're going to be up on top. We have access to water 2 feet away, but when we go up on top, it's a must because, yeah, you just never know. But yeah, that's one thing we will be getting as a fire extinguisher for the next time. But let's go check the traps. Let's see what we got, if anything. Okay, nothing on this trap. I'm gonna go ahead and set this trap off because I'm gonna be moving it the next time I come out here, because we're just not having any luck with catching anything right here. And I actually have a picture on camera of coyote right here several different times. But let's set it off, and then we'll come back and move it another day. And I got a camera right there. I'll check it too. I'll check that camera to see if we got anything. There's that trap. I'm gonna pull it out right there. I'm gonna just leave it for now. And pull this camera, and then we're gonna go check the hog trap. If I have anything on camera that's worth showing you guys, I will try to show you at the end of the video, or right now. We'll see. If you don't see anything, then we didn't have anything cool. Well, I didn't think about that. I should have. The deer blind's about collapsed up there. Yeah, so the next few days, and this all melts off, which is melting right now, I need to come move traps, and I need to get up all the deer blinds we got out here so they don't get ruined. We can use them for another year. Well, there's about, you won't see on the GoPro, there's at least 12 deer right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yep, at least 12. Wow. The deer are hungry. I need to fill the feeders up too, so we'll do that one day, just to have something to eat and keep them around. And this one didn't collapse, but I just counted at least 12 doe. I didn't see any bucks. Nothing in the trap. I'm gonna pull this camera. But yeah, that's a lot of deer. And they just keep coming in here and eating the corn out of there. The deer and the raccoons. We'll pull this out. I'm gonna shut it off.